Hey guys, here's Torsten. I hope you're doing well. And today is a special event that was hosted by EA for their presentation for the E3. And I'm very excited to see the in-game footage of Battlefield 1. EA hosted a live event where they invited a lot of YouTubers and celebrities to show the game. And when the game was announced, I was a little bit suspicious about the World War I scenario, but very positively surprised after I saw what DICE did with it, putting it into almost like a fantasy setting. But now it's time to see some in-game footage. Let's go right into it, guys.
So here we go. Of course, when I said fantasy setting, I didn't mean that literally. It is more that when I think about World War I, it looks very nitty-gritty in a very old-fashioned way, especially when I think about the old documentaries of the World War I. It looked kind of dusty. So here you see already in the in-game footage that DICE seem to have played along the rulebooks of Hollywood a little bit, bringing everything a little bit more pleasing to the eye, a little bit more in a colorful way. And I completely mean that in a positive way. I think not everything has to be Hollywoodized, but for the World War I scenario, I'm really thankful for that. EA also mentioned that the weapons wouldn't have to hide behind the huge selection we know from Modern Warfare games, and that there would be quite a big range of customizations available to the players. Looking at the graphics, I'm amazed by what kind of perfect job DICE did again of finding the right balance between realism and stylized graphics. I'm not such a big fan if a game looks too realistic or too comic-ish, but Battlefield 1 just looks perfect for me. I'm not sure if the game looks better than Battlefield 4, and that is no criticism at all. It is more a compliment to the high level Battlefield 4 already offered, but the graphics are just awesome. And this brought me to another thought. So with Battlefield 4, the graphics already at such a high standard, and now we have the World War I scenario. What is next? So I can't see them bringing out another Modern Warfare title anytime soon, because the player base for Battlefield 4 is just awesome still. And if Battlefield 1 is successful, we have already those two scenarios covered off. So what will we see in the future? Will there be just more DLC maybe for both games? Or will they at one point maybe in the future combine all the different scenarios in one huge online subscription model? Either way, the graphics are just brilliant. But me babbling on about the graphics, I completely missed the entrance of the Zeppelin, raging war down on the battlefield below. This Zeppelin belongs to a new vehicle category in Battlefield called the Behemoths. Those are the largest fully player-controlled vehicles ever seen in Battlefield. Roam the battlefield and rain fire on your enemy to break their defenses. All-out war never felt so epic. You can either take control of the armored train, an airship, or the battleship to dominate the battlefield across land, air and sea. One of the most exciting features actually for me among all the announcements for Battlefield 1 was the new multiplayer mode called Operations. Traditionally, regardless of the game mode, a single match was always limited to one single map. In Battlefield 1, however, you will be able to play a series of interconnected battles across multiple fronts and maps. You can play sequences of battles where your actions have consequences beyond a single match as you try to conquer a territory or push back your attackers. EA says that with Battlefield 1, they are looking to deliver the most dynamic shooter ever. They want to make sure that no battle is ever the same for the players, and with the introduction of Operations, they're giving the fans variety for gameplay and creativity. Along those lines, the intuitive destruction and dynamic weather ensure that no battle is ever the same. For even more gameplay possibilities, you can carve a way through walls and buildings, take down your enemies in creative ways, and leave your mark on the terrain around you through intuitive destruction. Through your actions, the pristine world around you will change into a battle-scared landscape, changing the world forever. Obviously, this is Battlefield 1's version of Levolution we know from Battlefield 4 and Battlefield Hardline. Here in the footage we see the Zeppelin catching on fire and slowly drifting towards the ground. and then finally crashing, leaving a huge scar and its big skeleton on the map, completely changing the dynamics of the play. The game will be released globally on October 21st for PC, PS4 and Xbox One. Or you can pre-order the game and have early access through the Early Enlister Deluxe Edition, and you will be able to start playing on October 18th. So guys, this actually brings me to the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed the coverage of the new Battlefield 1 footage. I'm super excited about the game and really can't wait until October. If you liked what you saw today, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I hope I see you in my next video, guys. Have a good one!